It's time now to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. And so, Vicki, this is about a sign of the times. What's going on?
I probably should have.
Can I just tell you? I forgot to tell you.
What?
I had 2 birthdays this week, back to back.
I saw that. Okay. I was wondering, okay, now was George's cash flow just flattened out this week?
Listen, and I want you to know this was without any stimulus. So it was back to back. My lovely daughter Ayana and my beautiful wife Gloria, back to back. This is the way it's been for 25 years, back to back.
Okay, congratulations to the both of them. And I'll send some love to you, George, because I know it really hurt you this week, okay, as far as cash flow was concerned.
Yes, it did.
But anyway, glad to be back. Thank everybody. Okay, it was nice to take a little hiatus. You know, one of the things that happens when you take a little bit of a break and you detox or decompress, gives you time to think about things. Also gives you some time to observe some things. And I'm going to share something with everyone that and I know some of the people on, the listening audience can't see what I'm about to do, but I want to show this to those people who are watching with us online. This is a sign that I saw the other day. Now I know, and folks are going to drive in like, Vicki Brackens, why are you at the Dunkin' Donuts window? Probably at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're supposed to be cooking breakfast, not stopping at the donut shop. Right. But anyway, when I pulled up, this is what I saw, and I'll describe it to everyone. Nice, everybody understands the windows and, the mask and all that sort of thing. But there was a big sign in the window that said, now hiring $15.75 an hour.
Wow.
Here's what I want you to remember. If you recall, about, 6 months ago, we did a segment on what it would take in Syracuse. Realize I'm talking to most of
yes.
That what would it take in order to move you from the day-to-day of struggling to having 2 people in a household that would create an opportunity for saving and for wealth. And what was the number that I gave you, George? You remember?
It was, for some reason I've got 1683, but I don't know if that's the right number.
Not quite. What it was $15, because that would give us $60,000 in the household as far as the total income.
Yes.
1575 times 2 times 20, which is 2,080 hours a year. So basically full time, 2 people in a household is $63,000 a year. 63. When you net it out, you will end up with the net amount that will probably give you roughly about $990 net per week coming in. That $990, if you dedicate, say, 25% of that to your living, meaning rent and all those types of things, means that you have roughly about $3,000 a month left over for other expenses. If you keep your living expenses, meaning the rental payment, somewhere in the 25 to 28% of income bracket.
Well, if you keep that picture up, I'm going to keep wanting donuts. So I think you're going to mess up my gym work. You're going to mess up my gym workout.
Okay, I'm going to take that picture down. Okay, so we can keep having this conversation. But what would happen here, George, is that now there is an opportunity, very much so, for tackling 2 of the issues that we have talked about a lot. Cash flow relative to emergency cash and cash flow needed or available as far as retirement savings.
Yeah.
Because you now have enough discretionary income that you could probably dedicate somewhere between $375 to $450 per month to those 2 endeavors. question becomes at what and in what priority. And you know what my priority has been. If you don't have liquidity for emergencies, we need to start there. But even so, with this formula, you should be able to start your emergency fund, fund it pretty quickly, and start also within that same year working toward fully making the or depositing enough to acquire the match in your retirement plans if you happen to work with someone with a place where you have matching components. That was, now, I'm not telling everybody to go work for Dunkin' Donuts. No.
Right.
What I am saying is this: if Dunkin' Donuts is paying $15.75,
right,
I know that the rest of the economy has to move toward that number in order to compete.
Yeah, and I want to also add, I saw this today in a headline, so I don't know the details of it, but that some restaurants are struggling to hire. Maybe it was in Syracuse. I saw that. They're struggling to hire people, and guess what they're competing with? Why they're struggling? What? Unemployment.
Unemployment. Okay.
They're competing with unemployment benefits. So restaurants, some of the restaurants are struggling to acquire people because they can do better on unemployment. And so right now,
I had that conversation with some business owners, and basically my comment was, yes, I understand the struggle, and yes, we're going to have to figure this out, but it does say something to us as a society where you can ask someone to come back and work for you in poverty. Because the wages the prevailing wage number was not creating enough sustainable income to lift people out of poverty. So that's why we've had this gap. And if you think about it, when they were talking about raising the minimum wage across the country, and we looked at the numbers, there really hadn't been a raise for almost 9 or 10 years. It was some crazy number as far as the numbers of years on a national basis on the requirement for minimum wage. But what that placard that I saw in the window there at Dunkin' Donuts made me excited, because I knew now the formula that we had given everyone was not only attainable, but was, because we told you had to go get a second job. Remember, I said you had to get a second job to make up that gap. That actually full-time employment at $15.75 for two individuals who were working in a normal 40-hour work shift per person would bring in at least $63,000 a year. And now you could take that money, take care of all the living expenses, take care of all the housing expenses, and save both for your liquidity and for retirement. The starting steps are in place. Now the challenge for everyone is to put the plan in action, because you have the numbers. We just gave them to you. We have the formula, but you've got to go out and now put the plan in action. So George, I decided I'm not going to add to that conversation.
Okay.
I think this is enough for this week. So what I will encourage everyone to do is this: if you have additional questions, please give me a call. Area code 315-930-4499. Either myself or one member of my team will be happy to sit down and or get on the phone with you and really work through this situation for you. Or reach us on YouTube, or like us on Facebook, or go to Inspiration for the Nation and follow us. Okay, follow us every week. But at this point in time, George, I'll say our plate is full.
And it's info@brackensfsn.com. All right, Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. And when Vicki said our plate is full, she might have added, it's full of donuts today. It's for the nation.